Yeah. Welcome back to Star Sports. We are at the Salt Lake Stadium, Calcutta, for the final of the Kalyani Black Label Cup between holders East Bengal and twice former champions Salgaocar Club of Goa. A classic encounter, a mouth-watering encounter between two teams who like to counter-attack, a clash between two of the dominant states in Indian football, Goa and Bengal. Salgaocar from Goa, they are playing in their 6th Federation Cup. Kalyani Black Label Cup was earlier known as the Federation Cup final, and East Bengal, of course, in their 10th Federation Cup final. They have been in 4 successive finals. The referee for today, Gulab Chauhan from Gujarat. He has been on India's FIFA panel since 1992. He works in the Ahmedabad Electricity Board, 43 years old, and he has been twice a referee in the Santosh Trophy final, the National Championships of India, but this is his first final. The most famous face in Indian football, the technical director of East Bengal, P.K. Banerjee, he's been in this situation numerous times, it's beyond count. Salgaocar will depend on these two men, Bruno Coutinho, India's captain and a real sharpshooter, and the Nigerian import Jude Odiga for goals. Bruno Coutinho has got back his scoring boots. He's scored a hat-trick against Mizo Highlanders earlier on, and he's been amongst the goals. Gulab Chauhan, last minute, looking at his watch before he whistles for the play to start, and here goes the kickoff of the 1997 Kalyani Black Label Cup. Salgaocar all in white, playing from left to right. East Bengal in their traditional, famous red and yellow jerseys, which they're famous all over the country, playing from right to left. And Salgaocar playing possession football. Here's a long ball out, but out of play. And with me in the commentator's box is Noel Dalima Letao. Noel, a mouth-watering clash between two teams who love to counter-attack on a ground which is somewhat soggy and soft. Do you think ground conditions will favor either of the teams?
Well, I think it's going to help East Bengal, if at all, if it helps any team. But Salgaocar have been practicing in these conditions, Novi, and I think they may come good in the end.
So early stages of this match, and it's East Bengal versus Salgaocar. Salgaocar have a very good record against East Bengal. Here's Dominguez Vaz. Interception by East Bengal. Najimul Haq. Ilyas Pasha, who missed the match against Mohun Bagan to illness, but now is back in the fray. The ball goes out of place. Early nerves, both teams yet to settle down. Young Rock Ferreira, very promising player. Roberto Fernandez, central defender, utility player for Salgaocar, can play in several positions. An international. Coelho, Sabi Coelho. Chips the ball into space on the near side. Jules Alberto going at speed, but Samuel Omolo, in line for the Player of the Tournament award, manages to clear and gets the rebound away. Omolo is the captain of East Bengal today. He's been given that unique honor as their regular captain. Dulal Biswas is on the subs bench. Goalkeeper is Kenyan import Abulista. And here is the Salgaocar bench. Coach Shatuni in spectacles. Baichung Bhutia, his first touch of the ball, and you can hear the roar. He's really the most popular player at the Salt Lake Stadium. Najimul Haq, wide on the right. Good tackle coming in from Rock Ferreira. Now will East Bengal use their famous long throw, a favorite tactic of theirs? Do you think they'll use that, Noel?
Yes, I think they'll use Naushad Musa here. They've got to try and find Baichung or Somatai Shaiza at the end of that. There's Naushad Musa, he's going in for that throw.
Yes, so this is a big weapon for East Bengal, the long throw. Naushad Musa taking a run like a fast bowler. Uses his height very well and dips the ball into the box. Here comes the long drifting throw. The Salgaocar tall defenders headed to safety. East Bengal building up on the near side. Shankarlal Chakrabarti being hustled away by Bruno Coutinho, India's captain, to Jude Odega. Jude Odega on the near right. 25-year-old, played for the Rangers club in Nigeria, and some good skills by Jude Odega. Amitabh Chando slides and tackles him. He got away from Ilyas Pasha very effortlessly. And Salgaocar get their first corner kick. So, attacks by both sides. Nice dramatic beginning. Long throw in by East Bengal and a corner kick to Salgaocar. Bruno Coutinho himself will take the corner kick. He's very good with these set pieces, has a blistering drive. He's fully recovered from a thigh injury, which marred his performances somewhat last season. Bruno Coutinho, curly hair, taking the corner kick, headed away by the East Bengal defence. And a weak shot. Najimul Haq tries a 1-2, but neatly taken away by Venkatesh, who's joined Salgaocar from ITI Bangalore. Shankar Lal Chakravarti on the near side. Tushar Rakshit. Lovely diagonal to Bhaichung Bhutia in space. Bhaichung Bhutia, can he conjure up something out of nothing? And he finds Tushar. Tushar is pushed off the ball. East Bengal players appealing, but Rock Pereira, the referee for today, Chauhan, has adjudged it's a fair charge. PK Banerjee looking on. Salgaocar trying to control in their own half.
Well, let's have a look at that. That was Rock Pereira going into Tushar Rakshit like that. And the Salgaocar defence for the first time has been caught flat-footed.
Shankar Lal Chakravarti for East Bengal. East Bengal adapting a little quicker on this slippery surface. Tushar Rakshit. Lovely through pass to Shankar Lal Chakravarti. He lets fly, but his aim is wide. From this angle, he should have directed it goalwards, but his aim goes wide. And Shankar Lal Chakravarti, defensive midfielder, moving into attacking positions.
Shankar Lal finds himself at the end of this wall pass with Tushar Rakshit. He's got space, he's got time, but in the end it was an aimless shot. It wasn't too far off, just went over the crossbar by about a yard. Dangerous moments here as far as the Salgaocar defence is concerned.
And Tushar Rakshit, that wily midfielder, is already distributing excellently. Amitav Chondo, the left back for East Bengal. East Bengal are the holders. East Bengal are on their favourite stadium, the Salt Lake Stadium. Amitav Chondo lets fly. Wonder if this is a tactic by PK Banerjee. Long-range shots earlier on to unsettle Salgaocar.
Well, PK is going to take out everything he's got in his arsenal, and I wouldn't be surprised. There's the shot coming in here from Amitav Chanda, who's gone all the way from defence into upfield, but it was about 7 yards out.
Now Salgaocar, the long ball out. Salgaocar seems to be playing this long pass. They don't want to play the short passing build-up, punting the long ball up, Noel.
Well, that's the traditional way that Salgaocar play, and this crowd will be very hopeful so far. Two good attacks from East Bengal.
East Bengal building up a move in their own half. The Rock of Gibraltar of their defence, Samuel Omolo. The experienced Ilyas Pasha, former international. He gives a long ball, trying to find Bhaichung Bhutia, but no trouble here. And skipper Juje Siddi collects it. Bhaichung commiserating with his international teammate Roberto Fernandes. Juje Siddi is from the Siddi tribe. And the skipper of Salgaocar, Frankie Barreto. Now here's Sabi Coelho, who's also played for India. Salgaocar have a very effective defence. Three of the players have represented India. Francis Coelho, Roberto Fernandes and Frankie Barreto. Barreto and Fernandes were in the Indian team in the recent Nehru Cup at Kochi. Bruno getting a little perturbed at this tackle. Free kick going Salgaocar's way. Francis Coelho, also known as Sabi Coelho, takes the free kick himself. Bruno slipping somewhat. He's not got his footing on this surface.
Well, it's not just Bruno. I think you saw Jude slipping earlier, and quite a number of them. There's Bruno getting that ball, and just as he heads it, he loses his footing. It's slippery there. It's because it's been raining overnight, Novi.
Yes, the wet underfoot conditions. East Bengal probably adapting a little better. Bhaichung Bhutia, lovely turn. Skillful play by Bhaichung Bhutia, but the pass is too long. Miscues his pass, and Somitai Saiza couldn't get there in time. A little impetuosity by the young genius.
Well, I think the problem is the conditions again. They're making the ball run really quickly, and it's difficult to judge the speed of the ball.
Yes, he'll have to weigh his passes much better. The weight of the pass must be more effective. Here the ball going away from Bruno, but he accelerates. Naushad Musa with a sliding tackle. Shankar Lal Chakravarti. Nice interception. Jude Odega. Attempts a through pass, but Naushad Musa shields, takes it away from Bruno Coutinho, clears his line. Robert Fernandes. Tushar Rakshit. And here's East Bengal again through Tushar Rakshit. Nice one-touch pass. Najimul Haq doesn't get to it. Ilyas Pasha gets it. Nazimul Haq wide on the right. but cleared by Venkatesh, the midfielder who's fallen back for Salgaocar. Ilyas Pasha, Najimul Haq. Pasha floats it in. Juge Sidde in some sort of trouble here, can't grip it too well. Saiza and Baichung Bhutia troubling him, but he finally holds it on. Do you think it was the quality of the cross or trouble, nerves by Juge Siddi?
Well, you can see that ball's just hanging in there and keeps turning. Juge Siddi has been boxed in. In the end, he gets his fist to it, and on the second attempt manages to hold on to that ball. But Shaiza is there, and he's hungry, and he's hunting for that first goal.
And some misunderstanding with the defence. But here's Ilyas Pasha, who likes these long, high crosses, dipping crosses, with which he's very effective. Ilyas Pasha played for East Bengal since 1989, former India international. East Bengal attacking from the far right. Shankarlal Chakravarti, lovely skills here. East Bengal building up in midfield. Ilyas Pasha, signature ball to Baichung Bhutia. Juge Siddi fists away effectively. Juge Siddi coming out well to the edge of the 6-yard box. And East Bengal also playing these crosses very effectively.
Well, this is Ilyas Pasha with his signature pass deep into the box. Juge Siddi, the ex-boxer, manages to get his fist on it, and it goes out of play.
Again, the trademark long throw. No, Naushad Musa, not the long throw this time, plays it back to Amitabh Chondo, the left back. And this is some misunderstanding, and the ball goes out of play. So early pressure by East Bengal. Technical director should be happy with his team's early pressure. PK Banerjee, who's been through this situation very often. Sabi Coelho playing as a right back for Salgaocar. Jules Alberto. Savio Madeira, central midfielder. Bruno Coutinho. Nice build-up here by Salgaocar. S. Venkatesh, good skills here. Lean, lanky player. Savio Madeira shifts it to the near side. Good build-up this. Samuel Amolo, cool as a cucumber, heads it away. Amitabh Chondo. Nice build-up here by East Bengal. Samuel Amolo striding out of defence. Baichung Bhutia foiled. Early tackle on Baichung Bhutia. East Bengal nil, Salgaocar nil. Sabi Coelho is having a difficult afternoon. Baichung Bhutia and Somitai Saiza quite menacing on the left. Free kick going East Bengal's way. Amitabh Chondo, the left back, takes it. Aimless, straight to the goalkeeper, and no trouble at all for goalkeeper Juge Siddi. Started his career as a boxer, but then became a football player. Large crowd as always at the Salt Lake Stadium. Over 100,000 people have assembled here to watch their favourite team, East Bengal. Long goalkeeper's clearance. Samuel Amolo has it covered. He and Naushad Musa use their height very well in these aerial balls and playing some skillful football in the box. Sign of great confidence. Shankarlal Chakravarti hustled off the ball. This could be trouble, but Samuel Amolo comes to the rescue. Abdul Sadiq, hard fielder. Jules Alberto.
East Bengal will have to be very careful not to trade so deep in defence. There's Jules Alberto trying to get that ball, and in the end I think Shankarlal just pushes him away. No, it's Sadiq, just pulls him, doesn't allow him to get to the ball.
Free kick going Salgaoncar's way, and Salgaocar switching play, but Coelho can't stop it. What Noel was earlier remarking, the ball tends to skid a little, it's wet and slippery, the surface, and the players have to weigh the pass perfectly. A lot of accuracy is required. Left back Amitabh Chondo for East Bengal. Early stages of this final of the Kalyani Black Label Cup, the ultimate spectacle as the sponsors call it. There's been a lot of excitement. East Bengal has scored 11 goals on their way to the final. 3 in the first match against ICF, then beat Mohammedan Sporting 4-0, beat their arch rivals Mohun Bagan 4-1 in the semi-final. Salgaocar have also got amongst the goals, 6-0 against Mizo Highlanders, but then struggled a bit, beat BSF in the penalty shootout, and in the semi-final beat the Goa rivals Tempo 1-0. But here's Salgaocar, nice build-up on the near side, and Salgaocar building up to Dominguez Vaz. Great burst of speed. Cuts it across. But Naushad Musa is there and makes the first time clearance. Dominguez Vaz pulls it across the face of the goal. Good speed here by Dominguez Vaz. Again Salgaocar. Somewhat aimless shot. No player following it up. Salgaocar, do you think, are slightly more defensive, not pushing enough men forward?
Well, I think their philosophy is to defend first and then to attack on the counter, on the breakout.
East Bengal, team which has been amongst the goals, surging with confidence. A young team. Holders, this is their fourth successive entry into the final of the Federation Cup in front of their home supporters. They'll want to go with another trophy. And the prize money of 1.5 million rupees or 15 lakhs. S. Venkatesh. And it's a foul by Tushar Rakshit, by Abdul Sadiq, the hard tackler.
Well, Venkatesh really trying to get to that ball, but before he could control it, Sadiq got it away. I think it was rather a harsh decision on that lad because he managed to make contact with the ball before that contact with the player.
Gulab Chauhan from Gujarat, Ahmedabad, is given an indirect free kick. Salgaonkar's way. Salgaocar take this free kick. And a prompt shot by Jude Odiga could have been trouble for Azande. Creditably, this tall goalkeeper, 26 years old, who's played for Kenya in the World Cup, goes down well.
Well, Jude Odiga here receiving this pass off the header. Bruno Coutinho making the first lob. Nice shot, awkward bounce, and I think Abulista really was fortunate that the ball was about a yard away. Chatani will be happy. I think he'll be advising his team to take more cracks at goal in these conditions.
Bruno Coutinho himself taking the corner kick from the far left, floats it in, high ball, headed across. But Omolo positions himself immaculately as always. Savio Madeira. Dominguez Vaz. He has a sudden turn of speed, good acceleration. Jude in support. Flicks it on. Nice build-up here by Salgaocar, looking dangerous. And a lovely acrobatic shot by Bruno Coutinho, and he gets the applause from his teammates. Very fine display here by Bruno Coutinho.
Well, I think Domingo's really got himself in a nice position for this cross. He had space, weighted it nicely, but was a little behind Bruno, and Bruno had to stretch. Couldn't get much direction on it, but there was the power there. And Bruno is making his intention known to this defense. There's the shot again. It was about 2 yards off target because his positioning was not well.
Yes, he wants to unleash these pile drivers. Yes, Salgaocar trying to keep up the pressure offside against Bruno Coutinho. And assistant referee K. Shankar from Tamil Nadu.
Well, there's Jude there putting that ball through, but Bruno is about 2 yards offside. He realizes, of course, that he's been caught out by the referee.
And here's East Bengal building up on the far side through Abdul Sadiq. East Bengal with Shankarlal Chakravarti, former junior international. Najimul Haq coming off the flank. Aimless forward pass. East Bengal not combining as well as they did in the early stages of the match. Shankarlal Chakravarti, defensive midfielder. Jude Siddi, Salgaocar goalkeeper, who was in the thick of action some minutes ago. Confident goalkeeper who did well in the penalty shootout. Chatuni, who joined Salgaocar as a coach this season, formerly with the Kerala Police. Midfield tussle, Omolo, immaculate in his timing, perfect timing. Savio Madeira, diagonal to Bruno Coutinho, missed header by Amitabh Chando. This could be trouble. Nice diagonal ball to Jude Odiga. Back to Bruno Coutinho, let's fly, and it's in the back of the net. And it's a great goal by Bruno Coutinho, a real pile driver. And the East Bengal defense didn't close him down. Chatuni's celebrating. And it's a great start for Salgaocar and a good start for the match.
Excellent football here from Salgaocar. Bruno first makes that pass to Jude. Jude got away from the marker, controls it, lays it on for Bruno. Bruno comes in with this magnificent shot. Abulista didn't know what hit him. And Salgaocar are 1-0 ahead. What a beautiful lineup. There's Bruno. It was perfect. The follow-through on his shot was magnificent. Abulista just couldn't do anything, just dived the right way. But the power beat him, the pace beat him, and Bruno Coutinho beat him.
Bruno Coutinho, absolute blistering pile driver, has put Salgaocar 1-0 ahead midway through the first half of the 1997 Kalyani Black Label Cup final, and this is Bruno Coutinho at his very best. He's known for these whiplash drives, and Bruno Coutinho, the Salgaocar scoring ace, has scored another brilliant goal.
Chatani will be very happy with this turn of events. Bruno Coutinho had said earlier before the match that it was he who was going to get the first goal in this final, and so far he's proved correct.
Samuel Amolo, nice tackle, gets the ball away. Lovely play here by Samuel Amolo, Kenyan international. But East Bengal defence slightly suspect. And now the Calcutta team, the holders who have never trailed in this tournament so far, questions will be asked on their character, on their commitment and teamwork. So far they've had an easy sailing into the final. They've been under pressure, but they've never trailed. And they're playing against a very organized defence. And can East Bengal come back?
Well, Salgaocar defence is known to be the best in India, and I think they've really proved it here. Apart from the early nerves, they've settled down now.
Naushad Musa shielding the ball away from Jude Odega. Jude Odega also played a remarkable part, excellent shielding and layoff in that goal. And East Bengal defence suddenly appeared fragile.
Well, so far in this tournament, I think East Bengal has never been behind. Now the question is whether this team has got the character and the spirit to lift themselves up.
And can they bring some variety in their approach play? The midfield has suddenly become very subdued. Now Somitai Saiza, not seen much of him, finds Baichung Bhutia. Frankie Barreto coming in with the tackle. Good tackle by Frankie Barreto, concedes a corner kick, but manages to curb Baichung Bhutia.
Well, Frankie's been keeping his eye on Baichung. There's Baichung receiving the ball from Somitai Saiza in space. Frankie just bulldozes through and puts that ball out for a corner. Extremely good defensive work. Could have been dangerous in the 18-yard box.
First corner for East Bengal, midway through the first half. Somitai Saiza on the near left will take it. Siddhi directing his players. Venkatesh at the near post. Rock Pereira on the far post. Somitai with his favourite left footer. High, gets enough height on it, but Juja Siddhi rises well. Edge of the 6-yard box. Frankie Barreto appealing that the goalkeeper was touched. But no trouble to Salgaocar. PK Banerjee looking perturbed that his team is 1-0 behind. Samuel Amolo, Amitabh Chondo, Ilyas Pasha, an East Bengal defence which was caught napping some minutes earlier, now have to reorganize. The midfield has suddenly got subdued, and that has allowed Salgaocar to come back in the match. Savio Madeira, Sabi Coelho. Again, slow passing build up by Salgaocar. Dominguez Vaz. Coelho shifts the ball into space, but offside. Clearly offside. And here is K. Shankar, who was the supervisor in the Junior World Cup for India. Jules Alberto caught offside.
Well, Francis Coelho trying to delicately chip this over the defensive barrier, and Jules Alberto, a touch offside, picked up by Shankar very smartly.
Shankar Lal Chakravarti, the East Bengal central midfielder, in action. Switches play well. Ilyas Pasha on the overlap, can be menacing. Diagonal ball, but well read by the Salgaocar defence. Bruno Coutinho slipping somewhat. Saiza not able to control. Amitabh Chando getting the early tackle, but mispassing. Savio Madeira controlling in midfield. Very calm, cool player. Jules Alberto, who's joined Salgaocar from the Marmagaon Port Trust this season. Abdul Sadiq, tenacious player. Pasha is always very effective on the overlap. Times his run perfectly. Can he get a good cross in? Then this move is on and it could be trouble. He curls it in. Somitai Saiza is a fraction too late. Saiza didn't time his run well. Otherwise, this dipping corner cross did have the Salgaocar defence at 6s and 7s.
Well, Ilyas Pasha has been the danger man for Salgaocar so far. Beautifully flighted pass there. Just missed Somitai Saiza. Somitai didn't read it, didn't get to it in time.
Throw-in goes Salgaocar's way, and right back, Sabi Coelho. And Gulab Chauhan, the 43-year-old, in his first Kalyani Black Label Cup final from Ahmedabad in Gujarat on India's FIFA panel since 1992. The throw-in being taken again. Savio Madeira. Midway through the first half, it's Salgaocar 1, East Bengal 0. And East Bengal Salgaocar jinx seems to be continuing. In this decade, in the Federation Cup, East Bengal has not beaten Salgaocar club. In fact, their last win against Salgaocar in this tournament was way back in 1981, when their two Iranian imports, Majid Bashkar and Jamshed Nasiri, scored in a 2-0 win. Abdul Sadiq, he's been brought down rather unfairly, and is this going to be the first yellow card of the match? Yellow card to Savio Madeira. A late tackle, somewhat of a late tackle.
Well, I think it was really Savio Madeira getting in a very late tackle onto Sadiq. Sadiq controlled the ball and moved it away quite professionally, I would think. But in the end, he suffered that tackle and he's in pain. Referee absolutely, he was standing there. He had no option but to show Savio the card.
Free kick going East Bengal's way, and Naushad Musa will take the free kick. Naushad Musa, high ball into the box. Baichung Bhutia going up. Najimul look let fly, but wayward off direction. Baichung Bhutia not getting many of these aerial passes. The Salgaocar central defenders closing him down well.
Well, quite apart from that, I think Baichung is not very fit at the moment. But this is what's going to cause Salgaocar trouble. Naushad Musa with this long ball in Salgaocar type of tactics. Najim unable to get to the end of that, just blast that ball over the crossbar. There's that ball again. It was headed out first by Frankie, and then Najim unable to control it. He was not in a good position to make the strike.
And again East Bengal in attack, but neatly intercepted by Roberto Fernandez. Frankie Barreto shielding. And a good pass finds Dominguez Vaz, who's unable to control. Samuel Amolo. East Bengal playing the ball to feet in their own half. Trying to create an opening with patient build-up. This part of the ground seems somewhat wet, a lot of players slipping. Bruno Coutinho, worked all over the field. Jude Odega. Bruno Coutinho, nice first time pass to Dominguez Vaz. Could be trouble if he can control it. But Amitabh Chando comes back and with a recovery sliding tackle sends the ball into touch and out of danger. And the first substitution coming in, Falguni Datta coming in. I wonder why for Amitabh Chando, do you think some injury problems, Noel?
Well, I think Amitabh Chanda has not been able to get the measure of these long balls, and they need a fighter like Falguni Datta who can do both jobs in defense as well as help out in attack. And I think PK has made a good move here. He needs more people to help out in their attack.
Falguni Datta has joined in. Now Bruno Coutinho is going to take his trademark long throw. He's also very effective with these long throws, like Naushad Musa of East Bengal. Bruno Coutinho into the box. Samuel Amolo could have caused a trouble of this kick which rebounded off an East Bengal player, but finally East Bengal control it through Tushar Rakshit, and he clears his line safely. But again, excellent positional play by the Salgaocar defense. Dominguez Vaz, Savio Madeira. Nice ball into space. Jude Odega controlling. Back to Bruno Coutinho. Diagonal ball, Venkatesh coming out. Abulista fists it away, not taking any chances. And again, East Bengal losing the ball near the 18-yard box. Lapses of concentration. Nice stepping by Baichung Bhutia on his own, swerving away. Abdul Sadiq switches play to the near side. Here's Tushar Rakshit. Good build-up by East Bengal. Falguni Datta, his first touch of the ball. A lovely cross coming in, but Salgaocar managed to clear. Shankarlal Chakravarti. Abdul Sadiq lining up for a shot. Let's fly. Salgaocar block it. Pressure by East Bengal. Ilyas Pasha curling it in. Trouble here for Salgaocar, but Jude Siddhi is excellent in the air. Here's a young goalkeeper who's improving as the match is going on.
Yes, well, I think a good moment of pressure here from the East Bengal wing-backs, both overlapping. This time it is Ilyas Pasha with his signature cross into the box. Siddhi does so well getting up to it, clutches the ball, and rather a bad fall. I think they've got to keep attacking. PK Banerjee is telling them to attack. He's not interested in a result which sees his team one goal behind.
Falguni Datta for East Bengal has made his presence felt since he's been on as a substitute. He has replaced Amitabh Chando. Somitai Saiza, we've not seen much of him, and he's tending to get a bit disturbed. A subdued crowd because their favourite team is trailing by 1-0, a result they didn't expect.
Well, they must have known, at least that the Goan teams that come here to Calcutta know how to play football.
It's proving to be a classic encounter between two very good teams. Salgaocar with a very well-organised defence, and East Bengal which love attacking, but that attacking flair has not been very visible so far in the match except in the early stages. Abdul Sadiq tackling Venkatesh. Lean and lanky Venkatesh trying to get away, but Sadiq comes in with a sliding tackle. Throw-in goes to Salgaocar. On the far side, Bruno wanting to take the long throws himself.
Well, it's a card really for Venkatesh for time wasting. He picked up the ball as if to make a throw and then left the ball behind for Bruno to take the throw. Referees these days, they don't take too kindly to time wasting, and Venkatesh got what he deserved.
So Bruno Coutinho, though I did think it was a bit accidental, Bruno ran to take the throw-in, but anyway, Venkatesh has had to pay the penalty, and now Bruno is going to take the long throw himself. Very determined man. Long throw, Samuel Omolo heads it on. Falguni should clear and does. East Bengal looking very uncertain, somewhat fragile in defence, not as organised as in the previous match.
Well, a lot of these supporters that have come here, they've seen the East Bengal defence untested. Today they've been tested, and the ground conditions are very difficult for any defender.
East Bengal picking up play. They'll have to pick themselves up if they're to come back in the match. They're giving away so much of the possession through inaccurate passes. And trouble here, but Ilyas Pasha comes in with a good tackle, using his experience, gets the ball away, but there's always a Salgaocar player in midfield. East Bengal's midfield is suddenly absent, obscure, nowhere in the picture. Dominguez Vaz, again a diagonal ball into space. Abulista reads it well. Half an hour of the match over. It's Salgaocar 1, East Bengal 0. Jude Odigue, again East Bengal giving the ball away needlessly. I think this young team is feeling the pressure of being the favourites and being a goal down. And the experience of Salgaocar is telling. Shankarlal Chakravarti. Venkatesh, young Venkatesh. Bruno Coutinho. Do you think the game plan's working perfectly for Salgaocar, Noel?
Yes, they're keeping possession of the ball in their own half. They're picking up the attackers, the opponents, when they come into the Salgaocar half. And in attack, they just give the long ball, chase it, make crosses, shake the defence and try and score.
Yes, these long balls are harassing East Bengal's defence. Shankarlal Chakravarti attempting a long ball himself. Baichung Bhutia heading on. Doesn't find his player. And Salgaocar defence with this no-nonsense football. First time clearance. And here's Dominguez Vaz looking a bit agitated. He wanted the ball to feet. Samuel Omolo, the skipper. Naushad Musa joined East Bengal from Churchill Brothers this season. Ilyas Pasha, longest serving player for East Bengal. Just that touch is not there. Even Najimul Haq, he seemed to have been lost on the far right. Rock Pereira and Frankie Barreto have just managed to curb him. PK yesterday did say Najimul Haq had a minor injury, a niggling injury, but he's just not playing today. I wonder if we could see a substitution there.
Well, he's a player who's a very young player. He doesn't have much experience, Novi.
Yes, the nerves of the final getting to him, and Bruno Coutinho getting away from Shankarlal Chakravarti. This could be trouble. Bruno Coutinho curling it in, but again, no Salgaocar player up there. Jude Odigue had come a little inside. Ilyas Pasha clears. Bruno Coutinho really has had a splendid match, and Gulab Chauhan giving this a free kick East Bengal's way. East Bengal in attack through Abdul Sadiq. Baichung Bhutia, nice one-touch pass. Good build up here by East Bengal. Now Baichung Bhutia on his own, but as always, 2 or 3 Salgaocar players close him down. And Baichung Bhutia certainly doesn't seem as sparkling best, probably the after effects of that viral fever, Noel.
Yes, well, I think he had 104 degrees a couple of days ago, and really I feel that PK Banerjee ought not to have fielded him today, but he's so important to the psyche of the team. He's the most mature, he's the fighter, and I think he had no other choice.
He's the goal getter. He's got 4 goals for East Bengal in this tournament. Long ranger, but way over the bar. And I think Baichung's a psychological ploy also. Jules Alberto blasting this over the bar. The young players joined them from MPT. PK looking increasingly worried, fretting and fuming on the bench. Ilyas Pasha, who's initiated so many East Bengal attacks. But he needs greater support from that four-man midfield. The midfield quartet, strangely very subdued. Salgaocar has trapped them in a web in midfield, and they've not been able to entangle that web. Somitai Saiza. The touch not too good, but Najimul Haq gets the ball. Searching for an effective cross. Nice play here by Najimul Haq, but the tackle comes in from Venkatesh. Savio Madeira, always in the correct position. Jude Odega, wide on the left. Naushad Musa, tackling. Omolo, striding out. Chatuni, urging his team into a more defensive position. And Tushar Rakshit being brought down. And that's a free kick going East Bengal's way. And Tushar Rakshit, the philosopher who likes reading the works of Swami Vivekananda to relax, a very composed player, can be very good with these free kicks. Tushar Rakshit with this free kick. The holders, the home team, the favourites trailing. Headed away nicely by Roberto Fernandes, who's so far been impregnable in the air. Falguni Datta, neat touch, nice control. Overlapping. Baichung Bhutia trying to find Baichung. But Frankie Barreto comes in with the tackle. Closing him down are two players. Baichung running on with the ball, trying to do too much, I think, today. Not combining so much with his players. And Baichung not looking too pleased with himself. Probably still not fully 100% fit. Venkatesh. Bruno. Clumsy tackle. But the foul's gone East Bengal's way. I think he's pulled up Savio Madeira for obstruction.
Well, Bruno with that nice touch there, and Savio Madeira, without making contact with the ball, trying to shield, is penalized.
Now here come East Bengal. Tushar Rakshit to Najimul Haq. First time cross in, but wayward, not well directed. Very easy pickings for Jude Siddi. It should have been away from the 6-yard box to cause danger.
Well, I think Tushar Rakshit playing extremely well with that pass. And in the end, Nazimul Haq trying to put it in. Absolutely no problems for Jude Siddi.
Somehow PK's plans are not working today. Najimul Haq, just 50% of the player that he was in the final and in the semi-final and quarter-final.
Well, I think one of the reasons is because Salgaocar is just leaving Jude in front when they are in defense, when they don't have possession, and then they've got 5 midfielders.
Here's Bruno Coutinho, shielding, turning away, but slips. And it's easy for East Bengal. Shankarlal Chakravarti. Abdul Sadiq. Good build-up by East Bengal. Najimul Haq. Sadiq again. The midfield gradually gaining some composure. Shankarlal Chakravarti running into Venkatesh. Head down. This was bad football. S. Venkatesh, lean, lanky, young player who's done very well. Moves gracefully with the ball. Player from Bangalore, ITI, who's come to East Bengal. To Salgaocar. Now, Abdul Sadiq. Neat turn here by Tushar Rakshit. Najimul Haq is offside on the far side. And really, Najimul Haq has just not clicked at all. That is Ravi Shankar, the assistant referee, works for the Indian Airlines from Maharashtra. Najimul Haq has not had a good first half, Noel.
Well, I think Najimul Haq really has not come against experienced defenses like this. There's Tushar giving him this long one, but he was already offside at the time when the pass was made, and then he tried to come in to receive the ball.
He just doesn't know where to position himself. His touch seems tentative. Maybe one more substitution, but PK doesn't have much choice on the bench. He's got players like Renedy Singh and Sarvanan, experienced midfielders, not available. Just 10 minutes to go for half-time, and the holders and home team are trailing and not playing anywhere near their best, conceding the ball so often with erratic passing. And this is a lovely chance for Salgaocar on the break, but Azande Abulista has shown remarkable presence, coming out and plucking the ball of Jules Alberto's feet.
Well, you see, Jules Alberto is one of these players that is really an opportunist, a young striker with a bright future. There's that ball from Bruno Coutinho, and he just misses contact.
And here's Baichung Bhutia on his own, gets his try in. Lovely play by Baichung Bhutia. Though he was sandwiched, he managed to direct the ball goalwards. A foot here or there, and it could have been trouble.
Well, this incident here, straight off the back of that one, and it's Baichung Bhutia hustling with Sebi Coelho, gets a shot in, but it's rather weak. He really was boxed in, and Sidhi did well to deprive him on that occasion.
But East Bengal coming back in the closing stages of the first half. Ilyas Pasha. East Bengal lucky to get this ball. Tushar Rakshit. Flick back to Abdul Sadiq. Is he going to line up for a long ranger? Dribbling well, being brought down, and the free kick will go East Bengal's way. Abdul Sadiq being brought down by Frankie Barreto.
Well, there's Abdul Sadiq. He absolutely controls the ball very well. He beat Frankie with that movement, and Frankie just brought him down because Frankie doesn't want him to advance any further to take a shot.
The crowd urging the home team on, getting excited. They think they have a free kick in a good position. They've not been very happy with what they've seen so far. The firecrackers bursting, the staccato of firecrackers all over the Salt Lake Stadium. Somitai Saiza getting ready, lining up with the ball. And it's Somitai Saiza, it's Tushar Rakshit. I think it's Somitai Saiza going to let fly, but into the wall. Samuel Amolo, another bite of the cherry, and it's over the bar. And even the free kicks are going haywire. This team is just not playing. I don't know what PK Banerjee is going to tell them in the half-time. They are just not clicking, Noel.
Well, there's Samuel Amolo having the second shot at goal. It was very powerful, but it was about 1.5 yards above the crossbar. He couldn't possibly have hoped to score from that distance.
And PK Banerjee will have a lot of talking to do at half-time. Salgaocar defence has enmeshed them, trapped them in a web. And this man, Bruno Coutinho, he could be in line for a Man of the Match award. He's getting rupees 10,000 at the end of this match as the Indian player of 1996 from the President of the All India Football Federation, Mr. Das Munshi. And he could win the Man of the Match award also. Samuel Amolo. Shankarlal Chakravarti. Good build-up by East Bengal. Falguni Datta. Tushar Rakshit. Experienced player, using his guile. Falguni Datta controlling, compelled to play it away, and a good early tackle coming in, and Salgaocar clear. In the defensive third, Salgaocar tackled quickly and managed to prevent East Bengal's free-flowing build-ups. Ilyas Pasha. Abdul Sadiq. Pasha has stopped floating those crosses in, sensing that his players are not getting much advantage in the aerial pass. And again the referee has noted some infringement of the ball. Referee Gulab Chauhan.
I think it's the injury to Venkatesh. He's been down. He's quite hurt, I think. Referee stopping the game for a moment, allowing the player to get some treatment. This is the incident. There's Venkatesh taking that ball away, and he's caught down by Falguni Datta. Pretty harsh tackle. Referee let it ride. But Venkatesh is up on his feet now. He's limping a bit, but I think he'll want to get on with this game.
So we are moving on to the end of the first half, and a drop ball restarts the game. And both players show excessive commitment to get this ball. This has been the hallmark of Salgaocar's game. Massive commitment and very great organization in defense. Very well organized defense. Noel, you'll agree with me.
Oh yes, I think Salgaocar defense is definitely the strongest here in India. There's that drop ball, and I think that's a novel way to commit a foul off a drop ball. Scheiser coming in with a very high tackle when Domingos Vaz had control of it.
Frustration seems to be creeping into many of these Bengal players. Saiza and Abdul Sadiq, some of the defenders. It's just, as they say, the rub of the green is not going their way, and these youngsters are just not being able to take this pressure of being a goal down. Jude Odege, who's been very impressive, and the crowd had a lot of expectations, but the great expectations have so far been shattered. Bruno Coutinho with his trademark long throw. Into the box. Falguni Datta, 17-year-old, heads it away. Sabi Coelho. East Bengal controlling. No, Shankarlal Chakravarti lacks in concentration, didn't judge the ball too well. Jules Alberto, Dominguez Vaz, but offside, clearly indicated by K. Shankar, who supervised in the World Junior Cup in the semi-final between Argentina and Ireland. PK Banerjee getting increasingly agitated as the match wears on. Coming up to half-time, it's Najimul Haq. To Pasha, wide on the far right. Moving up. Sadiq. Somitai Saiza drifted to the far right and finds Najimul Haq, but Najimul Haq is just a trifle too slow. Those lightning feet, those electric heeled runs are suddenly just not there. I don't know, Najimul Haq is either suffering an injury or suffering from a lot of nerves.
Well, it could be also that it's young players usually try to hang their hats on more experienced ones, and Baichung Bhutia is not very well. He's been suffering from fever, and I think now Najim is a little bit daunted.
Yes, there's a lack of potency and penetration in the East Bengal attack. And so far, as 45 minutes are approaching, it does seem that history is going to repeat itself. Somehow, East Bengal are always jinxed against Salgaocar. The last time the two teams met was in 1994, and Bruno Coutinho excelled in that match also. He set up the goal which Roy Barreto scored. Manoranjan Bhattacharya, East Bengal coach, looking extremely worried. Again, East Bengal. Again, the familiar build-up, Ilyas Pasha on the overlap, on the right. Gives a nice diagonal, but Salgaocar's defence has to be complimented for their excellent anticipation, especially Robert Fernandes and Frankie Barreto.
Well, no matter what the East Bengal people do in attack, they always come up against this wall. It's a midfield wall, and then that's covered by a defensive wall. PK Banerjee is going to wonder how to take care of this.
And he doesn't have many options on that bench with a lot of injuries. Salgaocar clear. The 45 minutes, the regulation period of the first half is over, and trouble. Samuel Amolo loses the ball out to Judo Diga. This could be trouble for East Bengal. Nice save by Abu Lista, but trouble here still, and Bruno Coutinho squanders the sitter. Salgaocar could have gone further ahead, and even the great Samuel Amolo showed a lapse of concentration. It's really not been East Bengal's day so far, but they will owe this safety to Abu Lista.
Well, Judo Diga really had the best chance to put his team ahead. And Abu Lista, what a brilliant save. This was struck rather diffidently. Abu Lista comes out well, and he just makes that beautiful save. Bruno Coutinho couldn't take the rebound in, and unfortunately, that's the end of the first half.
So at the end of the first half, it's been the underdog Salgaocar who played the more cohesive, more penetrative, and more combined football. And holders East Bengal are trailing. PK Banerjee is very agitated, seeing that his team is not clicking. He may make some changes in the first half. Bruno Coutinho scored a brilliant goal, and at the end of the first half, it's Salgaocar 1, East Bengal 0. The damage and come back. It's now down to character and passion, and let's see if East Bengal can have this character, have this skill to outwit this very well organized Salgaocar defense. And on the overlap, young Falguni Datta finding Baichung Bhutia. Falguni moving up in the attack. Somitai Saiza wide on the left, and it's handball against Somitai Saiza. He's not looking very pleased with himself. Tendency to get rattled, which could be bad for East Bengal.
Well, it was Shiza really who tried to cross that ball. Francis chested it in and rather took a deflection, went back to Shiza. Shiza was deemed to have handled it.
Well, Noel, what do you think PK Banerjee has been telling East Bengal during this half-time? He gave a long pep talk to his team.
Well, I think PK really, his team is 1-0 behind, and he's just told them, just pull all the fingers out, pull all the stops out, lads, and go out and try and get an equalizer and see what damage we can do in the golden goal period.
Now, East Bengal again through Shankarlal Chakrabarti. But again, an excellent tackle coming in from Dominguez Vaz. Salgaocar midfielders really playing an excellent game because they're all over the field, assisting in defense and then moving up so quickly in attack. Dominguez Vaz hugging the touchline on the far right before he lost possession of the ball. Quiet but very effective workers, these Salgaocar midfielders.
Oh yes, I think they really know how to attack. They use the flanks very well.
Bruno Coutinho, the goal scorer of the match, gets the return pass. Had a very good match so far. Nice build-up again. Jules Alberto turning, but Samuel Amolo judges this well. Samuel Amolo has also not been at his very best. Baichung Bhutia just a trifle slow on this well-organized Salgaocar defense. If there was an award for a collective man of the match, it should go to the Salgaocar back four so far. They've not put a foot wrong.
Well, I think that's exactly what PK Banerjee will be thinking about. How to break the Salgaocar defense. They seem to have a telepathic understanding between them.
Yes, the tall Salgaocar defenders really giving a very effective display and silencing this numerous supporters, 120,000, who are really not looking or sounding very pleased. Naushad Musa, the trademark long throw, tipping into the box, but the height of the Salgaocar defenders enables them to utilize this. Also, Noel, of course, they've played against Naushad Musa when he played for Churchill Brothers in Goa, so they're probably used to these long throws.
Absolutely. I think every time Naushad Musa goes to the touchline, they know exactly what he's going to do, and they pick up every opponent attacking them.
Shankarlal Chakravarti, but again the same pattern, Noel. East Bengal, they say history often repeats itself. It's repeating itself with East Bengal here in the second half. The same mistakes, giving away easy balls, losing possession with erratic passing.
Well, if you deny the opposition space and time in midfield, Novi, they can't get on very well with the game, and you usually end up winning.
And East Bengal somehow lacking a midfield general. Tushar Rakshit is seeming to have got subdued. There's nobody who's being able to give that somewhat extra. Baichung Bhutia bundled off the ball. And by Robert Fernandez and...
Well, I don't know what Baichung's complaining about. I think Robert went in quite fairly for that. Baichung lost control of the ball, and he was judged to a foul because he pushed Robert.
Baichung not showing the agility and that running off the ball for which he's so famous. I think the fitness is not there. A fever can be very crippling. Roberto Fernandez, long ball into space, but a bit too long, even for Jude Odega. Very effective by Salgaocar, a very useful player they have got from Nigeria.
Well, very interesting. He's good with his touch passes, and he's also got the height. And when they use the crosses from the flanks, they aim to find him so he can score goals for them.
Yes, he's a target man, but has good touch also. Jude Odega, one more of the numerous good Nigerian players who have graced the fields of Indian football. Now Baichung Bhutia, lovely turn here, but again the pass is missing. East Bengal in the final third of the game are just not getting that cohesion. That rhythm in attack is missing. The sparkle is missing. Rock Pereira had a good game in subduing Nazimul Haq. Young Rock Pereira, who played for Goa in the national games, captain of Goa in the Santosh Trophy. Yet another long throw, early pressure by East Bengal in the second half. The crowd, large crowd, 120,000, egging East Bengal on. Really high, long throw, tipping in, but Jude Siddi comes out. Jude Siddi punches it away. Pasha moving up for one of his great overlaps. And again, can't find his player. Just can't find his player. Ilyas Pasha, who's, as always, very effective in these overlapping, attacking forays upfield, has sent in some good crosses, but the East Bengal front line has just not been able to get at the back of them. Despite the firecrackers bursting, it's Salgaocar 1 and PK looking extremely anxious now. Abdul Sadiq, Najimul Haq, losing out. Rock Pereira coming in with some very quick tackles and denying Abdul Sadiq space and time. Jude Odega, Bruno Coutinho, all over the field. His running off the ball, running into positions, into gaps has been really exemplary. East Bengal recovering. Naushad Musa on the near right. To Baichung. Turns nicely. Finds Somitai. Somitai curls it in trouble here, but Jude Siddi reached this ball very well. This was a good build-up by East Bengal. Baichung was asking for it at his feet, I think. He didn't want the cross.
Well, Chaiza trying to find a way through. Jude Siddi so easily just picks this up off the air, and he denies Baichung.
Jude Siddi certainly grown in stature as this tournament has improved. He excelled in the penalty shootout when Salgaocar beat BSF. Now here's East Bengal coming back. But Robert Fernandez, as always, cool as a cucumber with an excellent interception. But East Bengal now showing some commitment in attack. A through pass. Amolo has gone up. This is interesting. Amolo making a few upward runs. Do you think this is a bit dangerous, Noel?
Yes, because there's a lot of space between the defense and the goalkeeper, and we've seen that Jude has got the speed to burst through and grab possession of that ball.
Yes, and he's East Bengal don't have any really fast runner, especially with Amitabh Chando off the field. Ilyas Pasha gets the cross in, but again the tall Salgaocar defenders head it away. East Bengal must have some more variety in their attacking plan. Abdul Sadiq running into defenders. This is really very average play by East Bengal, somewhat mediocre. Shankar Lal Chakravarti. They are getting caught up in the passion of the crowd and not playing really constructive football. Falguni Datta, but Salgaocar defense, this is easy pickings for them, just these aimless balls into the box.
Well, in defense, Salgaocar is outnumbered, I think, the East Bengal attack, and therefore they've shut out all options.
Yes, the East Bengal midfield will have to move up more in support. They're not playing as effectively as they were against Mohun Bagan. Samuel Amolo now back marshalling in the defense. Here's Abdul Sadiq trying to find Baichung Bhutia, but again headed away. Dominguez Vaz, lovely touch here by Dominguez Vaz, and he's accelerating, hugging the touchline on the far right, getting away from his marker Naushad Musa. Bruno Coutinho slowing down the pace of the game. Again finds Dominguez Vaz. Low cross, but East Bengal defense managed to clear. Dominguez Vaz has been very impressive on the right with his long strides and has caused East Bengal all sorts of trouble on the far side. Bruno Coutinho. Naushad Musa leaving it for Zande Abulista, 26-year-old Kenyan who's joined East Bengal this season. And Salgaocar, Noel, you think continuing in the same fashion as the first half, controlling midfield, using the long ball?
Yes, absolutely. I think that's the way football really ought to be played, and Salgaocar is very good at this. They just outnumber the attack, and then they break through when they're attacking, using the flanks very effectively and using Bruno Coutinho's skill.
Now, Somitai Saiza capitalizing on a mistake by the Salgaocar defense, but Baichung Bhutia is offside. Baichung Bhutia is a yard up front, and the assistant referee made no mistake with this decision.
Well, I think quite brilliant defensive work. Scheiser trying to chip the defense. Baichung Bhutia about a yard offside at the time that pass was made, and Salgaocar really shaking up this attack. They're not giving it a chance to hang on.
Salgaocar still leading 1-0, and Jude Odege bursting through, and Azande getting an awkward bounce could have been trouble. What we were remarking earlier, this offside trap can be dangerous because Jude Odege is a very nippy customer. Pasha. Najimullah again a wasteful pass. I really think if PK is thinking of another substitute, it will have to be Najimullah. This youngster is just out of the match. He's just not all there.
Well, I suppose it's very easy in Calcutta to become a hero on the basis of one match's showing, but you really need in a final a player with a lot of maturity and a lot of experience in football.
Yes, and East Bengal, as the statistics tell us, has never done well against Salgaocar in the Federation Cup so far. They've had 8 meetings. Salgaocar have won 4. East Bengal have won just once. That was way back in 1981, so they are 16 years ago they won. But we break off now. Somitai Saiza gets a lovely cross in, but Baichung Bhutia can't get to it. And Jude Sidney again collects it effortlessly. Somitai Saiza now coming into his own.
Well, very good tactics here from East Bengal. Scheiser with that very dangerous cross. Actually, Baichung was not far away, but Jude Sidney read it well and he held it, and he's complaining that Baichung is using his elbows on him.
There's Baichung, frustration creeping into his game, but Jude Sidney has certainly impressed this afternoon, especially with the high balls. And again offside, and so the game getting claustrophobic with both back fours now trying to move upfield and narrow down the playing area. And Najimul Haq not having a very good match. Jude Sidney, of course, playing excellently, the Salgaocar goalkeeper, and I wonder if national coach Saeed Naimuddin is not in Calcutta at present, but when he sees this game, whether he would get Jude Sidney for the national camp. The Indian probables for the SARC tournament to be announced soon, which will be held in September at Kathmandu. And Naim was looking for a tall goalkeeper who's good against crosses. Jude Sidney could be in the reckoning. At East Bengal, through Abdul Sadiq. And Abdul Sadiq turning, controlling. Finds Tushar Rakshit. Experienced midfielder. Falguni Datta. Baichung, lovely turn, and this, is he brought down or did he slip? Baichung appealing for the foul, but the referee, very experienced customer, Gulab Chauhan, waves play on. It was a nice turn by Baichung, dummied the defender. Samuel Amolo. Falguni Datta, India's sub-junior captain. Somitai Saiza, diagonal ball out, but too long. And it's going to be Naushad Musa going in for those trademark long throws. Samuel Amolo, East Bengal captain for the day, going up. Baichung Bhutia, a lot of players up there in the 18-yard box. Naushad Musa deceives this time, plays it to Tushar Rakshit, who lobs it in a change in tactics, but offside. Baichung volleys in, but the referee was very clear. The crowd don't like it, Baichung doesn't like it. But the assistant referee, K. Shankar, a very experienced player, only Indian in the Junior World Cup, has indicated offside.
Well, there's Tushar Rakshit just lobbing that ball in, but I think the referee thought at that point in time it was two players offside, Baichung and Somatai. It was rather a close decision, I felt, because at the time that ball was punted in, chipped into the box, they might not have been offside.
A very good change of tactics, but now it's Salgaocar looking dangerous on the far right to Dominguez Vaz. It's Tushar Rakshit who's fallen back, who gave in that excellent pass, penetrating first-time lob, which Baichung volleyed in, but which was disallowed. But East Bengal to be complimented for that change in tactics. The Salgaocar defense was expecting the trademark long throw, and suddenly Naushad threw into Tushar Rakshit. And for a second, a momentary second, Salgaocar were caught a bit napping. So East Bengal showing some variety in their approach play in these long throws. East Bengal relying so much on these set pieces, the long throws, the corner kicks, the free kicks for goals, and of course otherwise the magic of Baichung Bhutia. That magic has not really unfurled itself this afternoon. And it's the ball headed away, but East Bengal still not getting it. The bounce always going to Salgaocar, better organized defense. And here comes S. Venkatesh, lean, lanky, left-sided midfielder, going through at great speed, but misdirects his shot.
Venkatesh cutting in very nicely there. He just beats a host of these East Bengal defenders. In the end, he miscues his shot, although he'd lined it up quite well.
Venkatesh has had an effective season, his first season for Salgaocar. Useful contributor, hard-working. Now Najimullah turning with the ball, but again he loses it out. I wonder if he has a niggling injury which he's carrying. Jude Odige, 25-year-old, joined them from the Rangers club in Nigeria and Lagos. His first season for Salgaocar. Nice cross coming in, Samuel Amolo heads it. Shankarlal Chakravarti. Half an hour to go. We've had 1 hour of the match over so far. In the 60th minute of the match, it's still Salgaocar 1, East Bengal 0. And if the scoreline remains like this, Salgaocar will avenge the defeat of their Goa teammates Dempo, who lost to East Bengal at this very ground in the Kalyani Black Label Cup in 1996. 2-1 with the golden goal by Raman Vijayan. And the awkward bounce, Somitai Saiza gets to it. Somitai Saiza, nice curling cross, trouble here for Salgaocar, but Juge Siddhi again collects it very well. And Juge Siddhi injured slightly, but has done very well in timing his jump to collect this cross.
Well, I think it was a defensive lapse that saw Somitai Saiza making this beautiful cross to the far post. Baichung was not far away, and I think it was really Siddhi did a brilliant job holding on to this. There's a substitution on now, and Sanatan Singh is coming on.
Siddhi in some sort of agony. So Sanatan Singh coming on. Do you think that's tactics by coach Shatuni to bolster the midfield?
Yes, I think Venkatesh will come out because he's not used to these hard slogs in finals. Sanatan Singh is a very hard-working, nippy midfielder who works very well on the flanks, and he's able to take cracks at goal as well.
Juja Siddhi.
This is that incident with the cross from Somitai Saiza right up to the back of the far post, almost on the edge of the 6-yard box. Siddhi did very well to hold it, but I think he's taken a knock when he landed. And Baichung Bhutia escaped unhurt, but he was very close to a strike there with his head.
Yes, Juja Siddhi, probably an awkward fall, has felt the impact of the fall on his back. and landed on Baichung's boot, and so he's got a bit of the boot on the backbone. And Jujay Siddhi, but a brave young man who formerly a boxer, and Baichung Bhutia not been at his sparkling best, but still hungry for goals.
Well, he has shown those moments when he can be very, very dangerous with his positional play, and he's been deprived only a few times and just narrowly.
Jujay Siddhi still in trouble. Venkatesh going off, the number 6 from ITI Bangalore, joined them, and Sanatan Singh, the nippy midfielder from Manipur, a regular in the Salgaocar team in the last season, has now made his way back in midfield. A useful change. And credit must be given to Salgaocar, a team which was a bit down in the dumps in the Philips National League. They finished 7th, and they had revamped their team somewhat, still kept their major part of their team, their defence, and under new coach Chatuni have certainly done very well, have entered the final of the Kalyani Black Label Cup, and are now leading holders East Bengal. And Chatuni, the coach who has changed the fortunes of Salgaocar, looking very pleased with himself. East Bengal trying to come back into this match, but being denied space by Salgaocar, denied time to build up moves. Bruno Coutinho has really been quite outstanding, could be well in contention for the Man of the Match award also, for which he will get 5,000 rupees. Clearance. Salgaocar defence taking no chances at all. None of the pretty approach play. Prompt clearances is the hallmark of their game. Jude Odege, the target man for Salgaocar. The long balls always find him. Sanatan Singh, wide on the right, so Dominguez Vaz has switched to the left. Change in formation by Salgaocar. Frankie Barreto finding Dominguez Vaz, a very useful player, effective on both flanks. Bruno Coutinho, his running of the ball as always has been absolutely brilliant. Being brought down here, the East Bengal defenders getting a little theatrical, but Gulab Chauhan having nothing to do with it. And Naushad Musa brings him down.
Well, Bruno really had beaten Naushad. He puts that ball forward, lines it up for a pass, and Naushad just catches his boot. And that's why Bruno Coutinho has earned a foul here, a direct free kick. Very dangerous position, about 2 yards or 3 yards from the beak of the 18-yard box.
And from this edge of the 18-yard box on the left side, Bruno Coutinho and Dominguez Vaz. I think Bruno Coutinho will let fly. 3 men in the East Bengal wall. Bruno Coutinho, no cross, floats it to the far post, and a misdirected header gives a corner kick to Salgaocar. East Bengal certainly getting rattled. The defence at 6s and 7s. First corner of the second half, and the lights have come on at the Salt Lake Stadium. A resplendent sight, the Salt Lake Stadium, with its capacity crowd of 120,000. But there'll be no light in their hearts just now, because their favourites are down by a solitary goal. And changing the ball, referee Gulab Chauhan, who works in the Ahmedabad Electricity Board. The bounce, the air in the ball probably not sufficient. Has had an effective match so far. And here comes the first corner kick to Salgaocar of the second half. Bruno Coutinho takes it, gets much height to the far post, and a firm header coming in. Again, questions to be asked on East Bengal's defence. It was Sebi Coelho who managed to get this well-directed header.
Well, Bruno Coutinho knows very well this is a set piece for Salgaocar. Beautiful corner to the far post. Sebi Coelho has come in there and just narrowly misses by about 2 feet. Beautiful corner, very well floated. Lots of problems here for this very short East Bengal defence, and Salgaocar is trying to push the score further.
Salgaocar certainly looking dangerous on the break and still leading East Bengal 1-0. In 8 previous meetings in the Federation Cup, they've won 4. 3 have been drawn. East Bengal have won just once. And the way East Bengal is playing now, they'll really have to pull out some magic to get back into this match. Tushar Rakshit, midfield general, searching for an opening. Finds Sadiq, finds Najimullah. Najimullah turning, twisting inwards, but again a wasted ball. Tushar Rakshit, Salgaocar crowding them out. Baichung Bhutia trying to get into space, but Jujay Siddhi comes out and hugs the ball safely to his chest. Looking very grateful, Jujay Siddhi.
Well, Baichung must be wondering what he needs to do to help his team even the score at least. He's been trying very hard, but he's just not sharp enough.
He's just not sharp enough. Certainly, that extra zip, that extra acceleration which makes him so difficult to mark is missing in this final today, much to the chagrin and disappointment of his vast group of supporters. But Dominguez Vaz going down the left, curling it in, not too accurately, no trouble for Azande Abulista, 26-year-old from Kenya. Bruno Coutinho, nice control. Jude Odigue, lovely touch back to Bruno Coutinho. The wall passes that they do in the center of the field have often caused trouble to the East Bengal defense. Abdul Sadiq on the run for East Bengal. Najimul Haq. Can he get away from Rock Pereira? If he does, it can be trouble. But no, Rock Pereira gets his tackle in. Abdul Sadiq. Wide on the right, again being closed down by Robert Fernandez. Gets the cross in, but again deflected by Frankie Barreto. Very good play by Frankie Barreto. Samuel Melo. Sustained pressure by East Bengal now. Tushar Rakshit slips. And the rub of the greens going Salgaonkar's way also. Helped them to relieve the pressure for some time. And East Bengal bringing on a substitute. And it's Shamsi Reza coming in place of Nazimul Haq. Well, that was expected. I thought PK Banerjee kept Nazimul Haq on for much too long. Shamsi Reza should have come on much earlier. He's really had a nightmare of a final, poor young Nazimul Haq. Well, that's what football is. The hero against Mohun Bagan and Mohammedan Sporting. Man of the match against Mohammedan Sporting when he scored 2 goals. And today he's done nothing wrong. Nothing right. He's probably got off on the wrong side of the bed. But here's Tushar Rakshit earning a corner kick for East Bengal, much to the approval of these vociferous, numerous supporters who have lined up at the Salt Lake Stadium to cheer their team on. Now the Salgaocar defense has to get reorganized as they get for this corner kick. Juje Siddhi shouting. East Bengal taking this corner kick on the near side to Somitai Saiza. Long run up. Gets good height, but Juje Siddhi punches it away. And it's a foul call because Naushad Musa bundled into Juje Siddhi. Quite needless, I thought. And with the more frustration that is creeping into East Bengal's ranks.
Well, Somitai Saiza coming in here with the corner. It was really nicely floated. Juje Siddhi got away with an early punch on it, but Naushad Musa just flies into him and draws the foul.
Yes, the rebound could have been trouble, but it was not to be. Shankarlal Chakravarti, nice turn over here, showing good ball skills. Falguni Datta, 17-year-old former India sub-junior captain, tries to find Baichung Bhutia, but Salgaocar defense, prompt clearance. And Jude Odigue chasing the ball. And very interesting, Abulista, Zande Abulista comes out and clears. Abulista not very happy with his defense, they are not covering. And Azande read the situation well and cleared to safety. Jude Odigue, very dangerous customer on the break. East Bengal, the coach giving, technical director giving all sorts of instructions now to his teammates. Bruno Coutinho, long throw in to Sanatan Singh. Back to Bruno. Bruno, nice dribble but can't control it. Bruno Coutinho, who scored 6 goals, the All India Football Federation for the goal scorer of the tournament, is considering goals in the penalty shootout. So Bruno has 6, Chima has 7. So Bruno has a chance to be the top scorer. Now here comes Baichung Bhutia, wide on the far left. He's got Frankie Barreto trying to close him down. Baichung Bhutia gets away, falls, appeals for a foul. Nothing doing, says referee Chauhan, who's on the spot.
Well, I think that was an Olympic dive from Baichung Bhutia, if ever I saw one. Frankie timed his tackle beautifully. Of course, Baichung lost possession and then he just appeals to the referee.
The Baichung frustration creeping up in his game. As we said, he's recovering from a viral fever and so is not at his sparkling best. East Bengal depends so much on this young man for goals. The only player in the history of Calcutta football to score a hat-trick in an East Bengal versus Mohun Bagan match. Now Naushad Musa, long throw in. Samuel Amolo's gone up, but he can't get the header. Couldn't use his height well. Jude Odigue, always in space to receive the ball. Hallmark of a good player. On the overlapping by Dominguez Vaz on the near left. Jules Alberto, let's fly, misdirected. And Salgaocar still playing to their game plan. Shakuni's game plan working very well.
Yes, I think in terms of the game plan, they've outmaneuvered East Bengal. Jules here misconnecting with that one, but he had space and he had lined it up nicely. In the end, it was about 17.5 yards wide.
So Salgaocar tactically outmaneuvering the flair of East Bengal. That flair and flashes of brilliance have been very rarely visible. Now Samuel Amolo has moved up. He wants to get all the aerial balls, the scrap possession. But Salgaocar still spraying passes in midfield and then using the penetrative long pass. Sabi Coelho indicating to his players to get into space. Sanatan Singh, good play, good build-up by Salgaocar, but they lose out. Abdul Sadiq to Baichung Bhutia. Baichung Bhutia on his own, wide on the far side. Roberto Fernandez closing him down. And Baichung Bhutia can't get his cross in. And a missed clearance by Frankie Barreto gives East Bengal a lucky corner.
Well, I think Baichung really could have done quite a lot of damage with this. He got that ball and he kept going on, but Robert kept keeping his eyes on him. It was a weak pass. Frankie managed to intercept, but in the end, I think it was a missed clearance.
Somitai Saiza getting this corner kick in. Samuel Amolo heads it forward, and Baichung didn't get a touch. This was East Bengal's golden chance for an equalizer. For once, the Salgaocar defense was caught napping, and PK Banerjee is wondering it's not his day.
Well, brilliant corner there from Somitai Saiza, and up went two players. In the end, it was Amolo. Took an awkward bounce, but it was a little bit off target. There's Amolo bouncing it. That's the best way to beat a goalkeeper, but it was just spinning away about a foot off target. Just missed the post.
And if Baichung had got a head on, it would have been the equalizer, which would have seen these supporters erupting in joy. But it was not to be. Half an hour of the second half over. We are in the 75th minute of the match. So East Bengal have just 15 minutes to bring this equalizer. Time is ticking away. Baichung Bhutia to Amolo. Amolo heads goalwards, but no trouble for Juche Siddi. And now, Noel, it does seem Amolo has moved forward into attack. East Bengal throwing men forward, throwing caution to the winds.
Well, I think Amolo there, he was holding on to that, to the player, and in the end, he's in the forward line. He tries to head that ball, and Juche Siddi has no problems. But this is, I think, not good tactics on the part of East Bengal, sending Amolo up and risking everything at the back.
Yes, for young Falguni Datta. Finds Somitai Saiza wide on the left. Somitai has had a much better second half. Nice curling ball into Amolo. And now Abdul Sadiq will let fly. The Salgaocar defense is always very quick on the recovery. And Francis Coelho clears. Only as far as Shamsi Reza, his first touch. Falguni Datta. Young left back. Bangs it into a Salgaocar player. Bruno Coutinho has fallen deep to help his defense. And he finds Jude Odege. They have this telepathic understanding, Odege and Bruno Coutinho. They've not played much, but they seem to understand each other very well.
But don't be fooled by that, Novi. They've been training since the 24th of April, twice a day, and these lads know each other very well. There is Jude getting that ball, controlling it, and I think it was Shankar Lal. Absolutely terrible tackle. Should have been booked for it.
Bruno Coutinho taking the free kick. Bruno Coutinho could be lining up for many, many prizes at the end of this final. Man of the match, maybe man of the tournament. But here come East Bengal in these closing stages of the match. Time will be ticking away very fast for them. Falguni Datta, left back. Good build-up here by East Bengal. Baichung, I thought, pushed from behind, but referee gives the advantage. And Robert Fernandez mistimes his clearance. And East Bengal get a corner kick. And so
Baichung, I think, fouled there by Robert. That was an unfair challenge. But Baichung got the advantage of the referee's decision. In the end, Robert recovers and manages to give them a corner.
Somitai Saiza taking the corner kick. Low corner kick, wasted completely. And again, Bruno, he's all over the play, all over the field, and shows very good technique as he bends down and chests this ball. Bruno playing quite a brilliant game today. Before this final started, the three players who are judging, the three officials judging the man of the tournament, Chunni Goswami, former India captain and legend, Shyam Sundar Ghosh, former president of the Sports Journalists Federation of India, and former India goalkeeper Brahmanand. They said Samuel Amolo, Bruno Coutinho and Baichung Bhutia were in contention for man of the tournament award Well, if today's display counts, Bruno is the winner by the mile, and he'll be richer by 25,000 rupees. But here they come through Dominguez Vaz. A good cross coming in. Bruno Coutinho has the ball on the far side. Bruno Coutinho curving it in, and trouble here for Azande. Flicks it over. Goes to Dominguez Vaz. Gets the cross in. Shankarlal Chakravarti heads to safety. Tushar Rakshit clears. Savio Madeira neatly controls. The midfield latch, defensive midfielder. Rock Pereira. To Judo Dege, but clearly offside. And Azande in some sort of trouble now, the Kenyan goalkeeper. Represented Kenya in the World Cup qualifiers this last season. Azande Abulista in some sort of trouble and will need treatment, the magical sponge. Abuliste being treated here by Ilyas Pasha. Referee Chauhan asking him to leave the field if he's in too much trouble so that play can continue, but here...
Well, this is how he got injured. Dominguez Vaz putting that ball across for Jude. Jude misses it. Bruno comes in. It's still in play. He puts the ball back the other side. Abulista really brilliant save, tries to clear it. And that's when he really took that knock. He landed very awkwardly, I think, and he's in some pain.
He had to stretch himself a lot, Noel. Probably he's really twisted something as he landed. He was in a very awkward position in the air, but used his height. He's 6'4" tall, 26-year-old.
Well, that's that cross coming in from Bruno again. Bruno lines it up. Beautiful chip over. Abulista, I think he judged it very well, but he was a bit off his line. He was a bit forward, and he overstretched. And I think he did himself an injury when he landed. Chatandi knows there's less than 15 minutes left on the clock, and he knows he's outmaneuvered PK Banerjee until now.
10 minutes to go. It's Salgaocar 1, East Bengal 0, and this could be quite a turn-up for the books. But Salgaocar have played tactically exemplary football, and the young East Bengal team have certainly shown that they have a long way to go. The improvisation has been missing today. Now Baichung Bhutia trying to test it. He's been brought down, but gets up quickly, and the Salgaocar defense takes it away. Baichung surprisingly didn't get enough support from the nearby players. Azande Abulista back on his feet after that awkward fall. And it does seem that history is repeating itself, and Salgaocar, that jinx over East Bengal, is continuing. Since 1981, East Bengal have not beaten Salgaocar in the Federation Cup. Azande, Omolo, Abdul Sadiq, Savio Madeira getting his tackle in. Rock Pereira controlling. The Dominguez Vaz. Jules Alberto. Sanatan. Slow-paced possession football, sensible tactics by Salgaocar. They're leading 1-0. Bruno is always in a free position. Great day for Salgaocar, this club which has a very good record, a very good history. Ilyas Pasha retrieving. What can East Bengal do now, Noel? There's last 10 minutes.
Well, they've got to get back that playing discipline, use Ilyas Pasha to put that ball deep into the 18-yard box and hope that either Soso or Baichung Bhutia can find something of it. This is the earlier one from Dominguez Vaz. Rather a miss, very high, very optimistic, and this ball was really going nowhere. But anyway, he's taken a few seconds off the clock, and Salgaocar are very happy with that. It was dipping in the end, but it was, I think, a yard past the crossbar.
Well, Dominguez Vaz has to be complimented. He's not to question why. He's run tirelessly for his team, done the yeoman service for his team, young Dominguez Vaz. Stretched the East Bengal defense on the flanks. Ilyas Pasha getting the throw-in, most experienced East Bengal player. Finds another experienced veteran, Tushar Rakshit. Good cross in. Baichung heads on. Samuel Amolo has an excellent chance, and that's at the back of the net. And East Bengal have done it much to the thrill and joy of their delirious supporters, and the city of joy has erupted. East Bengal have done it through their two best players, Baichung Bhutia and Samuel Amolo, and they've shown they have the character and passion to come back, and we are now in for a real cracker.
Well, I suppose really it was that long ball from Tushar Rakshit behind the defense. He just lobs it over deep into the 18-yard box. Baichung gets his head to it. I think it was Amolo who follows it through because the goalkeeper, Siddhi didn't come out. He read it. He was in two minds. There's that one from Baichung. Amolo comes in at the back of it. And he just puts it in. Jujay Siddhi off the line. Unclear. Beautiful pass there. Deep in the 8-yard box from Tushar Rakshit. Absolutely fantastic equalizer. And it has not come a minute too early.
Yes, the four most experienced players have combined. And Samuel Amolo has played a captain's role for East Bengal today. He leapt like a tiger. He leapt in the air majestically to head that ball in. Ilyas Pasha giving to Tushar, and Tushar the delectable lob, and the crowd really over the moon. Firecrackers bursting all over the Salt Lake Stadium, and the spirits which seemed dampened, which had seemed they were enveloped by gloom, and now they are bursting. And Samuel Amolo still going up front, and the referee's whistle is not being heard. Such is the burst of spontaneous, overflowing passion and joy that is being displayed at the Salt Lake Stadium. 5 minutes to go, and PK Banerjee shouting instructions to his team. And East Bengal have to be careful not to be caught on the break.
Yes, I think Amolo should revert to his defensive position at this stage.
And here comes Shankarlal Chakravarti, who's fallen deep once Amolo has gone up. Jude Odege chipping in from behind. Not very happy with this decision. Shankarlal Chakravarti switching to Falguni Datta, wide on the far side. It's 1-1, everything to play for. Falguni Datta, the impetuosity of youth, runs into Sabi Coelho. And now we have a real match. And if it remains 1-1, we'll go into extra time and the golden goal period. Samuel Amolo equalized with just 7 minutes to go, so in the 83rd minute of the match. And now there are just 5 minutes to go for the final whistle, with maybe some injury time added on by referee Gulab Chauhan. Gulab Hiraji Chauhan from Ahmedabad. PK Banerjee, he's got a new breath of life. He's delighted with himself. He knows he's been tactically outmaneuvered, and it's only the brilliance, the controlled football of four of his experienced players which has enabled his team to come back in the match. Samuel Amolo again. Captain's knock by Samuel Amolo. Getting away from Rock Pereira, striding up front, but Robert Fernandez reads it well. Robert Fernandez coming out gracefully. Samuel Amolo has really played quite brilliantly. Now Rock Pereira. Salgaocar slowing the pace down, getting a little rattled. The passing not so accurate. Now Samuel Amolo on his own, can't control it. Robert Fernandez is very quick. Robert Fernandez has had a good game as central defender.
Oh yes, but I think Amolo's gamble had paid off until then, going up as a striker right at the point of the lance for East Bengal. But really Robert Fernandez has really had the measure of him after that goal, and even before that it was just a mistake from Siddhi that let that goal in, the equalizer in.
So Jujay Siddhi, who's had quite an effective match otherwise, good against the aerial ball. Now headed on by Shamsi Reza, and the ball headed back safely to Jujay Siddhi, and Baichung Bhutia being bundled off in some sort of pain, got a slight knock at the back of his head, but he's a brave young player and will get up. And East Bengal playing passes in their own half. Shamsi Reza come on as a second half substitute for Najimul Haq. East Bengal now trying the long ball out of defense. Not been too effective with many of them, except of course the goal, the equalizer. Now here's Shamsi Reza again. Tushar Rakshit, the experienced player, finds Baichung Bhutia. This could be trouble. Baichung Bhutia tries to turn it across the face of the goal, but can't direct it. Shamsi Reza again, using his favourite left foot to Baichung Bhutia. Lovely turn here by Baichung Bhutia, but the tackle coming in quickly. Somitai Saiza has it. Sanatan comes and clears. And Salgaocar getting a bit rattled. Wayward clearances now, headed away by Sabi Coelho. Only as far as Falguni Datta. Can he control? Falguni Datta, can he get a good cross in? Low cross, misclearance, but Salgaocar clear. Jude Odege coming back to help his beleaguered defense. We are into the final 2 minutes, and Jude Odege going away. Tushar Rakshit trying to close him down. Naushad Musa coming in for the tackle. But Jude is tough to dispossess. Bruno Coutinho, who'd done everything right in this match. Jules Alberto. Sadio Madeira. Slow passing build-up by Salgaocar, using the width of the field. Saiza going for a sliding tackle, but Sadio Madeira switching flanks. But it's too long for Bruno Coutinho. And Gaspar Castro coming on in the closing minutes. And Jude Odega's coming off, the Nigerian coming off. You think it's tiring legs?
Well, it may be that, but Gaspar Castro is a match winner as far as Salgaocar is concerned. He can just turn it on. He's so lucky. He usually finishes off duels that are as close as this.
So well, Chatuni gambling with the super sub, Gaspar Castro, hoping that he can pull off the magic, conjure up the winning goal for his team. Shamsi Reza, who's learnt his football in the Williamson Baga Academy in the northeast, a few miles away from Guwahati, being brought down for a foul, but nothing doing. So it's Salgaocar 1, East Bengal 1. Salgaocar scoring through Bruno Coutinho, East Bengal equalizing to Samuel Amolo. Two of the best players on the park doing their job for their team. And it's been a real closely contested match. And we are into the last minutes. And that lovely build-up by East Bengal. Falguni Datta on his own. But the cross shows lack of imagination. And there, Baichung Bhutia has a free chance, a half chance, which he nearly put into the back of the net.
Well, the crowd knows it, and Baichung ought to know it. This is that ball blocked by Robert. It falls for Baichung, and Baichung was just about a yard off. Fantastic try, and he could have wrapped this up for East Bengal in these dying minutes of the second half, and he knows it. He's so disappointed, and so is the crowd.
He's looking dejected. PK Banerjee looking upset because we are into injury time, and this could have been a dramatic match winner. Instead, they will now go into extra time if the final score remains 1-1. But Salgaocar defense showing sign of fallibility, showing certain fragility because of this sustained pressure. And the referee has blown for the final whistle, and so the 90 minutes regulation time ends in a 1-1 draw. The firecrackers bursting all over Salt Lake Stadium. The East Bengal supporters relieved that the team has recovered from the brink of defeat and has equalized. Bengal equalized to Samuel Amolo. So at the end of 90 minutes, it's Salgaocar 1, East Bengal 1. Final. They are in the fourth. Fine. And second over here. Yeah, second over here. Yeah. Here on Star Sports, we are into extra time of the Kalyani Black Label Cup final. In which the golden goal rule applies, so either of the team which scores, Salgaocar or East Bengal, the match will be over. History could repeat itself. Last year also East Bengal went into this extra time golden goal phase against another Goan team. Noel will remember that, Dempo Sports Club. And East Bengal did get the golden goal, so let's see if history, which has an uncanny way of repeating itself, does so here. But Salgaocar have got this fresh pair of legs. Gaspar Cresto up there with Bruno Coutinho, the fresh pair of legs, the super sub. And he can be a dangerous customer. Salgaocar playing from left to right, all in white. And East Bengal, which got a new lease of life with that dramatic equalizer by Samuel Amolo, playing from right to left. Rock Pereira. Long ball out. Misclearance. East Bengal get the ball away. Tushar Rakshit, who set up the goal. Shamsi Raza, bundle of energy since he's come on. Falguni Datta to Somitai Saiza, trying to turn away from Sabi Coelho. Shamsi Raza losing possession, gets it back, but East Bengal can't control. And throw-in goes to Salgaocar. We have half an hour of extra time, 15 minutes each way. Shamsi Raza has been useful since he's come on now. Long throw taken by Salgaocar. And it's Gaspar Cresto. Finds Bruno Coutinho. Shankarlal Chakravarti clearing. To Somitai Saiza. His first touch lets him down. Sanatan Singh gets the ball away. Savio Madeira, defensive midfielder. Good positional play. And this could be a good build-up by Salgaocar. Trouble here for East Bengal. And a chance to get the goal. But Abu Mista saves them. Remember, one goal finishes off the match. Promising start by Salgaocar. Savio Madeira floating it in. Bruno Coutinho, the flag stays down. He could finish it off, and he does. And the match is over, and the golden goal has gone to the Goan club this time. East Bengal, the cloud are silenced. Bruno Coutinho has turned on the magic. And they've won the Kalyani Black Label Cup 2-1. Questions, I thought, on the East Bengal defence. No marking on the left side. Their heads are drooping, but this is really a great tactical win for Salgaocar. They started with a flourish in the early bit of extra time.
I'm not at all surprised about this, Novi. This really is a vindication of the strength of Goan football. They come to the heart of Calcutta, the Mecca of football, and they show them how to win the Kalyani Black Label. This is absolutely a fantastic performance. I'm so proud of this team. I'm so proud of Goan football, and I'm sure the president of the Goa Football Association, Shibana Salgaocar, who is here, will be very pleased. What a beautiful ball in there. There's Bruno, all alone. He looks up. He knows Abolista has no chance, and he bangs that in. Abolista, you haven't seen Bruno Coutinho play? Take that. There's trying to battle for that ball. Just gets a touch on it. Abolista does well the first time, but he's not deceived anyone. And here's Savio. Savio with that ball, looks up, sees Bruno, picks him out. Bruno, mate, finish this for us. Bruno controls it, comes in and smashes it. Abolista says, I've never seen football like this.
And credit also should go over here to Savio Madeira for a very telling and penetrative pass. He looked up and saw Bruno Coutinho free. And Naeem and a lot of Indian football lovers will be very happy. Chatuni, who has masterminded this win, also deserves to be complimented. So Salgaocar have won the Kalyani Black Label Cup, beating East Bengal 2-1. I'm ready. I'm going. And Salgaocar going through their victory lap. Salgaocar have won this tournament now for the third time. They won it earlier in 1998 and 1989, and now they have won it again. And the hero of the day, Bruno Coutinho, who scored both the goals. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. Wow.
খেলোয়াড় অথবা প্রতিনিধিদের এক্ষুনি আমাদের মঞ্চের ডান দিকে এসে দাঁড়াতে অনুরোধ করছি। ফটোগ্রাফারদের অনুরোধ করছি আপনারা দয়া করে দড়ির বেষ্টনীর গা দিয়ে দাঁড়ান, একদম সামনে এসে দাঁড়াবেন না, সামনের দড়ির বেষ্টনীর গায়ে আপনারা দাঁড়ান। ফটোগ্রাফারদের অনুরোধ করছি, টিভি ক্যামেরাদেরও আপনারা দয়া করে টিভি ক্যামেরাদের পাশ থেকে সরে গিয়ে দড়ির সামনে গিয়ে দাঁড়ান, তা না হলে টিমদের আসতে অসুবিধা হবে, আপনাদের ছবি তুলতে অসুবিধা হবে।
Okay, yeah.
আমরা এক্ষুনি আমাদের কার্যসূচি শুরু করছি। কেশপুর চারটা কই, কেশপুর চারটা দিন। হয়ে গেছে? আমি সবচেয়ে আগে কল্যাণী ব্ল্যাক লেভেল কাপের থার্ড ফোর্থ প্লেসের পুরস্কার ঘোষণা করব। থার্ড ফোর্থ প্লেস যা গুয়াহাটিতে খেলা হয়েছিল তাতে চতুর্থ হয়েছেন গোয়ার ডেম্পো স্পোর্টস ক্লাব, তারা 5 লক্ষ টাকার পুরস্কার পাবেন। ডেম্পো ক্লাস প্রতিনিধি থাকলে অনুগ্রহ করে এসে এই 5 লক্ষ টাকা এক্ষুনি নিয়ে যান, এটি দেবেন আইএফএর সভাপতি রঘুনাথ দে। ডেম্পো স্পোর্টস ক্লাব, if any friend is here, please do come forward to receive your fourth prize junior rupees 5 lakhs from President IFA. Is there any? Please come. Can you come? You come. Receive it, hand over it to Dempo. Please. On behalf of Dempo. Please come. We are now giving the fourth prize, rupees 5 lakhs, to representative of Dempo Sports Club. Nobody is here, so Salgaocar is sitting on their behalf. They will hand over it to him. Raghunath. We are now giving the third prize money, 7,50,000, to Mohun Bagan Club. Any representative of Mohun Bagan Club, please come forward to receive the prize money from Ashok Ghosh, Vice President, All India Football Federation. Mohun Bagan Club representative. Mohun Bagan Club representative. Mohun Bagan Club representative. I will request Gautam Mukherjee to receive it. Hand over it to Mohun Bagan Club. Thank you. We'll now give the second, that is the runner-up of this tournament, the prize money of 10 lakhs to East Bengal
The
Club.
President of the All India Football Federation, Mr. Priyaranjan Das Munshi, announcing that the runners-up trophy of the Kalyani Black Label Cup will be given to East Bengal Club. Again, a case of so near and yet so far for them. 4 successive finals they've been in, and only once they won, 1996, the inaugural Kalyani Black Label Cup, when it changed from the Federation Cup to the Kalyani Black Label Cup, when they beat Dempo 2-1 in the final. They are runners-up this time. They've been runners-up 6 times in their 10 entries to the final, having won it 4 times. And here they get this big check of rupees 10 lakhs or 1 million. They're so despondent, so disconsolate at present that nobody's stepping up to receive the check, whilst the President is urging a representative of the club to come forth and receive it. 10 lakhs they get for finishing runners-up.
আমি ইস্ট বেঙ্গল ক্লাবের প্রতিনিধিকে ডাকছি, দলনায়ককে, আপনি এসে আপনাদের ট্রফি এবং প্রাইজ মানি গ্রহণ করতে আসুন। ইস্ট বেঙ্গল ক্লাব।
Okay, I say
ইস্ট বেঙ্গল ক্লাব প্রাইজ মানি দিচ্ছেন।
East Bengal receiving the prize money for coming runners-up in the Kalyani Black Label Cup. Again, a case of so near and yet so far. The prize money is worth rupees 10 lakhs or 1 million. And the President of the All India Football Federation asking the players to step forward. The players are still very disappointed and dejected. So near and yet so far for them. They've been in 4 successive finals, and thrice they've lost in the final. It's a very horrible feeling to lose when you're so close to winning, especially when they were favourites. Here's Naushad Musa, Samuel Amolo, the captain for the day, going up to receive his prize, going up to receive the glittering trophy, the runners-up trophy, runners-up in the Kalyani Black Label Cup.
Thank you. Please take the individual prize. This is
Samuel
them.
Amolo, the goal scorer, the equalizer for East Bengal.
Now we will request আজকে মাঠে আমরা একটা পুরস্কার দেব, যেটা আমাদের 3 মাস আগে দেওয়ার কথা ছিল। Now a prize of rupees 10,000, player of the year 1996, Bruno Coutinho. I will give this prize to Bruno Coutinho. Okay. Bruno Coutinho, player of the year 1996. Fair play team, according to the caution, fuel and rate and other disciplinary measures, the committee have decided, কমিটির সিদ্ধান্ত অনুযায়ী সবচেয়ে কম অপরাধ করার দরুন খেলার মাঠের শৃঙ্খলায় সবচেয়ে বেশি নম্বর পায় ফেয়ার প্লে ট্রফির ফেয়ার প্লের যে প্রাইজ মানি, সেই প্রাইজ মানিটা এখন দেবেন জয়েন্ট সেক্রেটারি আইএফএ রঞ্জিত গুপ্তা। 15,000 টাকার প্রাইজ মানি পাবে সালগাওকার ক্লাব। Salgaocar captain to take 15,000 rupees as a fair play award from Ranjit Gupta, IFS secretary. এই খেলায় কেভিএল টুর্নামেন্টে কেভিএল কাপের আরেকটি পুরস্কার ছিল হাইয়েস্ট স্কোরার, সবচেয়ে বেশি গোলদাতা। তিনি 15,000 করে টাকা পাবেন স্পন্সরের কাছ
And
থেকে।
now comes the coveted prize for the highest scorer of the Kalyani Black Label Cup, who gets a large amount of money, rupees 25,000, and the President of All India Football Federation, Mr. Priyaranjan Das Munshi, making the announcement for the highest scorer of the tournament.
We are now inviting Bruno Coutinho to receive highest scorer. You wait, please. The check is being written because just now the judgment came. It will be given to you by Sham Sundar Ghosh, Chairman of the Media Committee, AIFA.
But
You'll get out the check, don't worry. Sham Sundar Ghosh.
no, I
Man of
think
the match. Man of the match today. Again, it will be given by sponsor Deepak Chaudhary, UB Group. Ajker man of the match, goalkeeper Salgaocar team. Goalkeeper Salgaocar team. Subrata Bhattacharya and Gautam Sarkar selected the man of the match today. Goalkeeper Salgaocar team. 5,000 rupees by sponsor Deepak Chaudhary. Man of the tournament. পুরো কেবিএল কাপে সমস্ত ম্যান অফ দি ম্যাচের বিচারের
And the
পর
man of the tournament, which was decided by a three-member committee, former Indian skipper and legend in Indian football, Chunni Goswami, president of the Sports Journalists Federation of India, Mr. Shyam Sundar Ghosh, and Brahmanand of Goa. The people in line were Samuel Amolo and Baichung Bhutia of Goa, of East Bengal Club of Calcutta, and Bruno Coutinho of Salgaocar Club. And as expected, it had to be Bruno Coutinho for his sparkling display in the final, and he has been chosen as the best player of the tournament, for which he will get rupees 25,000. He lifts up this proud check, and Bruno has won 3 prizes today: man of the match and man of the tournament and top scorer.
আমরা অল ইন্ডিয়া ফুটবল থেকে ঘোষণা করেছিলাম যে আমরা তার পরিবারকে সাহায্য করব। I am now requesting Manju Prasad, daughter of Mahavir Prasad, to come forward. Manju Prasad, we are paying Mahavir Prasad family rupees 1 lakh, 1 লক্ষ টাকা আমরা অল ইন্ডিয়া ফুটবল ফেডারেশন থেকে মহাবীর প্রসাদের পরিবারকে এক্ষুনি দেব। এই টাকা তার হাতে তুলে দিচ্ছেন, এই 1 লক্ষ টাকা তার হাতে তুলে দেবেন ক্রীড়ামন্ত্রী সুভাষ চক্রবর্তী। 1 lakh to Mahavir Prasad, late Olympians family. His daughter Manju Prasad is receiving. এখন আমরা দেব আজকে সবচেয়ে বড় আকর্ষণ, যেটা তার আগে একটি ছোট্ট জিনিস, বেস্ট রেফারি অফ দি টুর্নামেন্ট। এই পুরস্কারটি দেবেন জয়েন্ট সেক্রেটারি মন্টু ঘোষ, 15,000 টাকা, এনায়েতুল্লাহ খান। বেস্ট রেফারি অফ দি টুর্নামেন্ট এনায়েতুল্লাহ খান। তার জায়গায় মিলন দত্তকে অনুরোধ করছি তার পুরস্কারটি গ্রহণ করতে। মিলন দত্ত, সেক্রেটারি রেফারি বোর্ড, will receive the award of the best referee for Inayatullah Khan from Mantu Ghosh. Now, the main thing today, the winner of this tournament, the prize money.
And here is a proud moment for Salgaocar Football Club of Goa. They are going to step up to receive this glittering trophy, the Kalyani Black Label Cup, a new trophy which is a large trophy, and Kalyani Black Label Cup has certainly made history. Beating East Bengal and the Salt Lake Stadium is really a very commendable effort, and skipper Frankie Barreto will receive this trophy and the winner's check of 15 lakhs rupees, 1.5 million. And here is Frankie Barreto receiving the winner's check. Salgaocar Club is the only club from Goa to have won the Kalyani Black Label Cup, which was earlier the Federation Cup. They won the Federation Cup twice in 1988 and 89. And now they've bearded the lion in his den. They've come to East Bengal's home ground and beaten them 2-1, showing greater commitment to organization and scoring the winning goal, this magical winning goal by Bruno Coutinho, who's now back at his sparkling best. He scored both the goals in the match, which enabled Salgaocar win the trophy and the cash award.
Thank you very much for the kind cooperation and our special greetings to এবং সমস্ত সেনাবাহিনী, বন্ধু দর্শক, পুলিশ বাহিনী, ইলেকট্রনিক মিডিয়া, প্রিন্ট মিডিয়া, সবাইকে কৃতজ্ঞতা জানাচ্ছি তাদের পূর্ণ সহযোগিতার জন্য। আমরা এখানে গোয়া ফুটবলের প্রেসিডেন্ট শিবানন্দ সালগাওকর আছেন। We also greeting Shivanand Salgaonkar for coming from Goa to Calcutta. We now the
You can do one of two things. You can either look in there, or you can look at me. You can look at me. It's easier. Can you give me my line again? I need a monitor. I don't have a monitor. I can't go through the... Okay. Yeah. Just come. Here I am with Bruno Coutinho, the man who scored the golden goal, and indeed the man who scored the first goal to put Salgaocar ahead. Bruno Coutinho, congratulations. Magnificent performance.
Thank you very much.
Well, Bruno, at the semi-final, we thought we had to ask Michael Buttier whether he was God. I want to ask you, are you Michael the Avenging Archangel?
No, I'm just Bruno, you know. I don't know, whatever as a team we played and as a team as we won the match, you know. We didn't lose the spirit. We won when we were up by 1 goal, and when we drew, we didn't lose the spirit. The boys said, come on, let's go, and let's go for another goal. So at last we got the golden goal. And the full public was silent, you know. It was like as a pin drop silence, like.
Well, you must have been enjoying it, and tactically it looked like your team was prepared. Can you talk us through the first goal that you scored?
Yeah, as for the first goal, like the ball came from the right side to Jude, and he just hold it, and I asked the Jude to give me a layoff pass. He gave me a nice layoff pass that resulted in a goal, like which I took a shot first time that it gave no chance for the goalkeeper.
Well, that was fantastic, and with that you silenced the crowd, and now you were in the driver's seat, right?
It was in the driver's seat. At last, like when they drew the match, like it was in this situation, like it was in the dying minutes, like they drew the match, and it was very difficult for us, you know. So the boys said, like, don't come on. They cheered us up. The substitute were in very good mood, like they were cheering us up. So we came, and at last, like I got the golden goal. Like it was first time in my life I got a golden goal.
Yes, well, I'd like you to talk about that golden goal. Do you remember how it happened?
Yeah, see. So I only knew the ball came from the right side. Savio passed me the ball from the right side, like from his right, and I got it. I touched it, and there was nobody behind me. I just tapped it, and I just took the first time. Sorry, it went in the first angle, like it gave no chance for the goalkeeper. That resulted in a goal, like, golden goal, like, and it was a pin drop siren that time.
Yes, nobody knew that the match had ended, but Salgaoncars knew, and I think your president, Shivanan Salgaocar, who's come for this match, he's been a lucky mascot for you. He knew.
He's a happy man, you know. He's a lucky boss also for us, like.
Yes. Well, congratulations. Thank you very much for coming here with us on the show. That's all from us at the Salt Lake Stadium at the end of the Kalyani Black Label Cup. That was all right.
Thank you.
Are we done with Bruno? Yeah, just check that recording, please. And guess who's here? The handsome Mr. Rajan Sharma. He's the avenging archangel. Cheers, lad. Thanks, Bruno. Well done.
Thank you. You're a happy man today?
Sound stuff, of course.
Any more interviews?